In today's video, I'll show you how to install and configure Linkwarden. Linkwarden is a self-hosted, open-source, collaborative bookmark manager to collect, organize, and archive web pages. The objective is to organize useful web pages and articles you find across the web in one place, and since useful web pages can go away, Linkwarden also saves a copy of each web page as a screenshot and a PDF, ensuring accessibility even if the original content is no longer available. Let's get Linkwarden installed. Before we can get to the installation side of it, there are a few prerequisites that we need. First, we need Postgres 17 database. If you don't have Postgres 17 installed, you can see my previous video on that. I'll leave a link to it up here, and it'll be down in the description. The first thing I'm going to do is create a database with AdMiner. Once again, if you don't have AdMiner installed, I'll leave it in the description, and you can find it up here too. I'm going to go to my Docker tab, find my database services folder. In there, I've got AdMiner. I'll open it up. And from there, I will start its web UI. All right, this is a Postgres database we need to be working on. So I'm going to drop down under System here and select Postgres SQL. The server is going to be the IP address for the server that you have Postgres installed on. Mine's going to be on my demo machine here. So 10.0.0.11. Username, for me, I'd set it simple. Postgres. Password, same, Postgres. And we're not logging into a particular database, so we're just going to hit login. Now we need to go create a database. To do that with AdMiner is really simple. We just go to the top here where it says create database. We click on that option. Next, we have to select a name for our database. I'm going to call this Linkwarden, and we'll click save. We should be good there. Let's go back to our Unraid server and create a share for Linkwarden's data. Back in Unraid, we're going to go to shares. Down the bottom left, I'm going to click add share. Share name, I'm going to make it Linkwarden. Comment, if you want a description in here, you can put it in. Doesn't matter, it's not required. I'm going to put in Linkwarden data. Primary storage I want on the array. Allocation method, split level, all that stuff, I'm going to leave on defaults. And I'm going to click add share. Once that's created, go ahead and hit done. We're going to go to our apps tab. In the search box, go ahead and type in Linkwarden. You'll find it listed there. Once you do, go ahead and hit install. Scrolling down, I am going to expand show Docker allocations, and then we're going to look to see if port 3000 is available. Find the web UI port, double click on it to highlight it, hit Control F on the keyboard. It finds 4 results, 1, 2, 3, and down here it is being used by Emulator.js. So that one's in use. We have to select a different port. In my initial testing, I had found that I had to set this to 3002 as 3001 was already in use. Just to make sure that one's good, double click on it again, Control F. It shows it once, which is right there. So that one's free and available. We can use that one. If you already have port 3000 in use, then go ahead and increment by 1 until you find a free one that's available. Now, if you do change this, down below here under next auth URL, you'll see that that port number is listed there too. We'll need to change that. So let's go ahead and change that right now. All right, going back up one to next auth secret, we're going to set a strong password here. So take out what's there and put in your own super secret password. Next down, we have next auth URL, which, like I said, we need to change the port number there. We did, but we're also going to need to change the host name. The host name, we're going to change to your server's IP address. Whatever your server address is, you put in there. Mine is set accordingly. The rest of it should remain the same, http:// server's IP address, the port number that you had selected up for the web UI, and then API v1 auth. Next down, we've got the database URL. This is going to be your Postgres database information. And if you followed along in my previous Postgres video, then you can just put in what I've got here and you should be all set. If you change something from what I had in that video, then you're going to have to just adjust accordingly. Shouldn't be a big deal. The first field we're going to need to change is going to be the username here. So double click on that. We're going to get rid of it. Get rid of both of the square braces in front and behind. And here you're going to put in your database username, which for me, I had set Postgres. Next field over is going to be the password. That's going to be the password for your Postgres database. Once again, delete out the information that's there, including the 2 square braces, and put in the password that you had set for your Postgres database. After that, we've got the @ sign and then localhost, which we're going to put in the server IP address for your Postgres server. So you can get rid of the localhost and type that IP address in. Mine is 10.0.0.11. followed by a colon. And then next we've got the port number here. Once again, delete out that, including the square braces. And you put in the port number for your Postgres database. The default was 5432. And if you go over to the right some more, you'll find a little bit more that we need to address. So get rid of the database and the square brace. Then you're going to put in the name of the database that we just created, which was LinkWarden. Just like that. That's all we need for the database URL. Let's move on. For data here, currently it's going to put all the data in our app data location, which we don't want. That's why we created the share earlier. So what you need to do is go in here. You can get rid of everything from cache over to the right. Then you can either type out the location to your path, or you can just click in the field now and you can browse to it. It's going to be under user, then the name of the share that we had created, which was LinkWarden, which is right there. Select that. Once you find your data share that you created, go ahead and click out of the field there. Then we're going to hide Docker allocations and click apply. And while that's installing, why don't you come join us on Discord? I'll leave a link down in the description. Once it's done, go ahead and click done. Now let's go to our Docker tab. We'll find LinkWarden in the list here. Over on the right-hand side, I'm going to turn on the auto start, then go back to its icon and drop down and select Web UI. There we go. We've got LinkWarden installed. So if you're getting some value from this video, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe while you're down there. Now that we've got our own LinkWarden instance installed, we're going to need to create an account for it. At the bottom under enter your credentials, we're going to click sign up, put in a display name. So I'm going to put in AlienTech42, username, going to have that be the same thing. Then you'll set up a password for your account and then confirm that password and click sign up. And just so you know, there are extensions for Chrome and Firefox, and we'll be installing the Chrome one in a moment. There's also community-made apps for iOS and Android, and I'll leave links to those in the description. Since I'm using Chrome, I'm going to go ahead and get that extension installed. I'm going to click on the plus to create a new tab, and I'm going to search for LinkWarden Chrome extension. Press enter. Top option here is from the Chrome Web Store. We'll click on it, open it up, click add to Chrome, hit add extension, and you're all set. The Firefox extension is pretty much the same process. Now let's go configure the extension. To do that, we're going to find the LinkWarden extension up in the extensions panel. Click on it, drop down, and select configure. Now, if you're only going to be using LinkWarden internally, then the URL you would set to your internal server address. The internal URL is going to be http:// and then the IP address of your server. Whatever that is, you'd enter that there, a colon, and then the port number for your server. And for me, that was 3002. Next down, we've got the method. You can choose which type of authentication method you'd like. I'm going to leave it on username and password. Next down, we've got the username or the email, and then the password. So for the username, I'm going to put in the one I just created, and I'll put in the password for that same account. And then you'd hit save. Now, if you're setting up external access, you're going to need to set up your preferred method. I have a video on Nginx Proxy Manager, and I'll leave a link to that up here and down in the description. And if you did go the Nginx Proxy Manager route, then this is going to be your full URL address up here. So it'd be something like https://, then whatever you created. So link.yourdomain.com, whatever that is. Once again, if you need help with that, go see my video. So I'm going to go hit save now and move on. It says it's been saved. We can close this tab. Let's go ahead and close it. We can get out of this extension as well, and we'll close the web store. All right, now let's go log in with our new account that we just created. For me, it's AlienTech42 and my super secret password, and I'll click login. And you'll see there's absolutely nothing in here. It's a brand new, fresh install. So let's go add a couple links using our extension. So I'm going to open up a new tab. Just going to Google something here. Yeah, let's go to my website, alientech42.com. We'll go to the blog section, find some recent videos, and let's go with this one. Open it up. We'll go up to our extensions up here. I'm actually going to pin this so it stays up there. Then you'll click on the extension up there. Then it's going to ask you which collection you'd like to have it in. By default, it's just got uncategorized, so that's the only option we have right now. If we go down to more options, you click onto there, you have the option to select tags. Once again, fresh install, there are no tags. But with the extension, you can create tags on the fly. To do that, we're just going to type in here a name. So I'm going to go with AlienTech42, press enter, and you'll see the tag's been created. If you have more tags you'd like to add, post, something of that nature. You can just keep adding as many as you need. Next down, we've got name. This is the name of the post here. Whatever page you're on, it'll usually have some sort of name with it. If you want to add your own custom description, you could add that below. You can also upload your own custom image from your browser. Once you're happy with your settings, go ahead and hit save. If you go back to LinkWarden, you'll see it showing up right there. Let's go to another site. Let's look for Ombi, since that's what this is about. There it is. Once again, click on it. You're like, oh yes, this is the thing I want to save. Once again, click on the LinkWarden icon up there. Just gonna leave it uncategorized and hit save. And that's done. We'll go back. We'll scroll down a little bit here. Here's our documentation. You're looking through there. You found it. You're like, this is great. I don't want to lose this. Click the LinkWarden icon, and we'll save that too. Now that we've got a couple articles in LinkWarden, let's go back there and work on stuff. As you've seen, we can create tags on the fly from the extension, but we couldn't do that for collections. To make collections, you have to go back to the application here. Then over on the left, under all collections, here you can see a list of all your collections. Right now we have unorganized, and that's it. To create a new one, click on the plus next to it, and then you'll give it a name. And your collections all depend on what kind of information you're going to save. I used to use Pocket back when it was available, and it was kind of nice to have stuff where I could just come back and read it later on. So I'm going to have one called Read Later. You can put in description, stuff I want to read later, and hit create collection. Once again, if we hit plus, if you have videos that you want to watch later, you can just come in here and do watch later. Put in your description, hit create. Let's say you collect a lot of stuff on self-hosting. Let's go create one for that. Or if you're doing research and you want to have a spot for your research information, you'll click that and hit create. You can do any number of collections that you want. You know, if you have stuff for projects or for productivity or whatever you want, the list goes on and on. So just create whatever you need. You can always come back and create more whenever you need it. You notice over on the left here, there's no options for tags other than down here, but this just minimizes them, or you can filter by the tags. Doesn't give us the option to create a new tag. To create new tags, you actually have to go into an item, and then you can edit and create tags there. So right now, you can see under my collections, I've got 3 in unorganized. Let's go organize that a little bit. Click in unorganized. We'll find one here, Ombi Docs. This is documentation that I want to read later. Click on the 3 dots in the top right corner. You've got the option to pin it. You can show the link details, or you can edit the link. That's the option we need. You can change the name of the article. You can change the link information. Collection. Here you can drop down and select the collection that you want it to be. Like I said, this is a read later item. We'll click that. Tags. You can either click in there and select an existing tag, or you can create your own. So I'm going to call this documentation. We'll create that one. And this is for Ombi, so let's put in that. Then we hit save changes. All right, next one we have the Ombi media request system. This is their website. So let's go modify that. Click on it, edit. This is going to be under self-hosting. Tags, I'm going to select Ombi and hit save changes. And you'll see how they're disappearing out of unorganized as we organize them. So on this last one from my site, let's go click onto there, edit it. I'm going to drop down and select self-hosting for this one as well. And I'm going to put in Ombi and we'll hit save changes. That's all cleaned out. Let's go back over on the left here and look at the results. So under read later, we've got one item there. And under self-hosting, we have the 2 that we moved over there in there. You'll see the tags over on the left. If you want to filter out by tags, let's say you just want to look up Ombi stuff, you click on Ombi, it only shows you those results. If you want just documentation, you can filter that way as well. If we go back to the dashboard, you'll see we've got some information across the top. We've got the links. There's 3 different links. There's 5 collections available. There's 4 tags, and nothing's been pinned. Down below there, you'll see the recent links. So you'll see these are the last 3 links that have been created. And at the bottom, you'll find your pinned favorited links there. We currently don't have any pinned, so let's go pin one. We'll go to the one from my site. If you hover over it, you'll see a little pin icon right there. You can click on the pin. If you want to unfavorite it, you click it again. But who wants to unfavorite that? You also have the option, if you click on the 3 dots, drop down, you can also pin it there as well. Next down on the left here, we've got all links. This shows you all the links that you've got in your collection. It doesn't do any filtering at all. It's just everything you've got is all right there. Next over, we've got all collections, which shows you all the collections. If you wanted to filter it out, you'll see I've got 2 under self-hosting. Let's go in there. And the one thing that I think is really nice about LinkWarden is that it saves different formats of the sites that you're adding to your collection. Let me show you that feature real quick. You find an item that you want to look at. Let's say you click on it and for some reason it doesn't go to the page. The link's down. It's been removed, whatever. If you go back to Linkwarden and find it there again, down here in the image, you'll see these little icons listed. First one is HTML. That's the website. Next one we have is image. That is like a snapshot of the site itself. So if you click on it, it took a picture of the site. So you can still go there, read the information, and see what you're missing. Well, let's say there was links there and you needed access to those, but you can see it there, you can type it out, but it's easier if it's PDF because it should have a link to it. So let's go back to our Linkwarden site. We'll find the same post. The third option over there should be PDF. Find that, click on it, and you'll see a PDF version of the site as well. And you'll see these should be links now. If you click on it, it should work and take you to the website. And there you go. Now let's go over the settings for Linkwarden, and we'll talk about that real quick. In the top right-hand corner, you'll find your avatar icon. Go ahead and click onto that, drop down, and you'll see settings right there. Go ahead and click on settings. Here you can change some basic information, change the display name, username. You can change the language. If you want to upload a profile picture, this is where you do it. If you want to make your profile private, select that option there. And then, of course, save your changes. Importing and exporting data, you can do both here. If you want to delete the account, down at the bottom, it'll give you that option. Over on the left, next option down is preference. Here, you can choose if you want a light or dark theme. If you've watched the channel at all, you know I can't stand the light, so we're going to go to the dark. You've got the option to change your highlight colors. So right now, this is a nice blue colored outlining stuff. If you want to change it, you just click on the color and you'll see it all updates. So just select whatever color you'd like and we'll go down. Next, you'll see archive settings. You've got the formats to archive or preserve web pages. You can capture a screenshot, you can capture the web page, a PDF, and a readable option. You also have the option to do an archive.org snapshot. Down below there, you've got the option for preservation rules by tags. So if you have a certain tag that you want only one option, like you only want PDFs for it, then you can drop down and select whatever that is, and then you set that accordingly down below. Next on, we've got link settings. You've got the option to prevent duplicate links, which is kind of nice. Then you can set the action for what happens when you click on a link. At the bottom, you hit Save Changes. Next option over, we've got RSS subscriptions. Here it gives you the option to save RSS feeds automatically every hour. Next, we've got access tokens. If you need an access token, you'd create them here. And I know for the Android app, you need to create one here. To do it, it's really easy. New access token. You put in the name that you want it for. Let's say, Android, expires in 7 days. Create access token. There you go. Copy it. It is a fairly long thing. So if you're doing it for an Android device, I would recommend going to the site on your phone. That way, when you copy it, it's a lot easier than trying to remember this whole thing. It's not a small thing. That's not needed here, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. All right, back to the left. Next option down is password. You change your password here. Next option is worker. These allow you to regenerate or to delete links to all pages, web pages, delete and represerve, delete preservation. Gives you different options. Just read what they are here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now, do note that it is for all users. All right, so let's go back, and we're going to go back to our, hit back several times. Go up to our avatar icon, and we'll select Server Administration. This page allows you to delete or create additional users. To delete one, you just find the one you want, hover over it, and click on the trash can. If you want to create a new one, click the plus in the top right corner, and you can just put in the information and then create the user. And let's go back one more time. You've also got the option up here to go right from light to dark mode. And then lastly, of course, you've got the option to add a new link directly from here. So you can just click the big plus, add a new link, you can upload files, or you can create a new collection right from here. And then the very last thing I wanted to cover is editing the layout of the page itself. So to do that, let's go back to our dashboard. In the top right here, you'll see Edit Layout. If you click onto there, you can select what you want to show up on your dashboard. Currently, we've got dashboard settings, recent links, and then pinned links. And these go in order that you add them to it. So if I get rid of dashboard stats, you'll see it goes away. Now, if I add it back in, it's going to show up at the bottom. To get that back to the top, you can either unselect each one and add it back in. It seems kind of silly. Over on the right-hand side, you grab this little option here, and then allows you to drag it around. You can just drag it right up to the top. So if you wanted to have unorganized on the list here, you can add that. If you just wanted to have read later, you can add that as well. I don't need either one of those. And then over on the very right-hand side, this little series of boxes here, if you click onto those, this will let you customize what shows on each link here. If we remove the link, you'll see the link that was there and it goes away. Get rid of the name, it gets rid of the name. Image, it's going to get rid of the background image there. The icon, we can get rid of that, which is the icon in the center of each item. If you get rid of collection, it'll be the collections down here in the bottom. Just like that, goes away. Preserved formats, the formats that you want. If you get rid of those, it'll hide those. And the last option is the date, and it gets rid of the date or adds the date, just like that. There you go. With Pocket gone, I found that Linkwarden is a fantastic replacement. Actually, I think it's even better than Pocket was. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel directly, consider becoming a Patreon. Patreon members get direct access to me, early access to my videos, and they're both ad and sponsor free. The link is down in the description. Until then, check out one of these next. And I'll see you in the next one. In today's video, I'll show you how to install and configure